Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk to you today about an incident that happened at the Flint Bishop International Airport yesterday, and a lieutenant with the Flint Bishop International Airport Police Authority by the name of Jeffrey Neville was stabbed in the neck by a man by the name of Fatoui. Mr. Fatoui is a 47-year-old citizen of Canada who is originally from Tunisia. After the stabbing, which happened early yesterday morning, Lieutenant Neville was assisted by several citizens, by other police officers, by workers in the airport that came to his aid, and Lieutenant Neville himself fought back against his attacker. We are told that Lieutenant Neville is in stable condition and he is improving, and our thoughts are with him and his family. Yesterday at approximately 5 p.m., this office charged Mr. Fatoui with violating 18 United States Code Section 37A1, which is called committing violence at an international airport. That crime makes it illegal for any person to unlawfully and intentionally use a weapon to perform acts of violence against a person at an airport serving international civil aviation. The acts of violence must cause or be likely to cause serious bodily injury or death. This crime is punishable by up to 20 years in prison. However, if death results, the offense is punishable by up to life in prison or potentially the death penalty. On June 21st, yesterday evening, the defendant made his initial appearance before Magistrate Judge Stephanie Davis at the United States District Courthouse in Flint. The defendant was ordered temporarily detained without bond, and his next hearing will be on June 28, 2017 at 2:30 in the afternoon, at which time the court will decide whether to give him bond or not. The Federal Defender's Office is currently representing Mr. Fatoui. The investigation continues to determine the full extent of his planning and his actions, and whether he committed other crimes, including a federal terrorism offense. The Canadian authorities have been assisting the United States in this investigation, and we want to extend our thanks to them for all of their cooperation. Yesterday, our Attorney General, Jeffrey Sessions, issued a statement about this case and about the priority that his administration and the President have for any crimes committed against a uniformed officer or any federal agent in this country. And I'd like to read that to you, if I may. I've just spoken with officials at the FBI about the attack on a police officer in Flint, Michigan that is being investigated as an act of terrorism. President Trump has prioritized the safety of all law enforcement officers, and this Department of Justice is committed to that goal. I want to assure all our law enforcement across the nation, any attack on someone who serves and protects our citizens will be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I am proud of the swift response from the FBI and our federal prosecutors and their partnership with local police and the Canadian authorities. Our prayers are with the officer and his family for a full recovery. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dave Gellius, the Special Agent in charge of the FBI in the state of Michigan. I appreciate you being out here again today. I just would qualify my brief update here today with the fact that this is still a pending investigation, so I'm not going to be able to get into a great deal of detail with respect to the investigation since the attack yesterday morning at about 9:45 a.m. at the Bishop International Airport in Flint. As you all know, I won't recount exactly, but as you all know, we know that subject Fatoui traveled into the United States legally at Lake Champlain, New York on June 16th. Preliminarily, based on the information we have thus far, we show him in Michigan as early as June 18th. I can't say definitely he wasn't here sooner, but we show activity in Michigan on June 18th. As a result of the attack yesterday, we've now conducted over 20 interviews of witnesses, and we expect to do additional interviews as we continue to go through the information that we have obtained through a variety of investigative means. We've also executed several search warrants, and those search warrants could lead to other search warrants. and I won't get into the details. I'll get into one specific search we conducted was with respect to the subject's vehicle, which had been driven here from Canada, which we located in the parking lot at the airport, and we conducted a search of that vehicle. And I won't go into specifics of what we found in that vehicle, but certainly that helped us with some of the indications of how long he had been in Michigan or when he may have first entered into Michigan, and other information which we hope to further exploit. You may have heard that, and we certainly are working with our Canadian partners, and investigative efforts are going on in Canada, where he was a resident of the nation of Canada, and we are waiting for those investigative results from our Canadian partners. So we don't have much in the way of results from the Canadians yet. Following our investigative efforts through today, I'll repeat what I said yesterday, that we continue to have no information to suggest Fatui's attack on Lieutenant Neville was part of a wider plot, nor do we have any indication that he was aided in this incident or had associates associated to this incident. So that remains, nothing has changed since yesterday. At the end of this press conference, we do want to provide a photo of Fatui. The reason being, if he had been here as early as the 18th, and we don't know where else he had been once he crossed over into the United States, but if there are any individuals who encountered Fatui while he was in Michigan or anywhere on his route from New York to the state of Michigan, we'd like to get that photo out there. We would ask that individuals who have information relevant to Mr. Fatui call our office at 313-965-2323, or put in a tip to our tip line, which is tips.fbi.gov. And with that, I think we will take a few questions.
A question for you.